Hello, everybody. How you doing? This is a hi. This is a thing that if you live in my area, you can actually have done in your group. And it's one I really enjoy doing because it's my personal stuff. I have either bought everything that you're about to see tonight, or I have bought it. So I've either bought it or found it. It's mine, signed, sealed, and delivered. So we're going to start because I feel like Eric and Carol have probably seen everything at one time or another. Some things might be new. I don't know. I'm hoping we get more people coming in. I don't like having to repeat myself half a dozen times. I am missing a couple of pieces. I think I've either presented them at different times, or I'm not sure what's going on, but anyway, they are missing. I will have to find them later. No, it's not. It's my unofficial mascot for the channel. Can you see it? It's a cobra. A fake one. So the first thing that I'm going to present for your entertainment is a quill off of a porcupine. So these are the pens that I always use for everything. And that's another pen that I use quite a bit. And if you know me, you know that I do a lot of writing in pencil. So that is another pencil. Hello, Fortnite God. So these are the quills off of a African crested porcupine. These, of course, were bought. And I have to be very careful with these because if you are in the know, you know that a month ago or so, I mistakenly poked myself with one of these quills and it hurt like you would not believe. I am taking these out of their protective thing because I want to show you something. So this is, I think, the biggest one. This is a plastic baggie. I'm not really applying, there it goes. I'm not really applying a super lot of pressure. And you can see that it is in that bag. Not a whole lot of pressure. That one even less. I did jump. It's a lucky thing that I don't cuss because I probably would have. So Fortnite, these are African crested porcupine quills. That's the quill. This is the pen. These are very sharp. That is actually part of, they live in Africa. Sort of a savanna animal. They will make use of other people's burrows. They can actually kill lions. Hey, predecessor, I need to get these back out to show predecessor. Hopefully Josh makes it tonight, because this stuff is going to be right up his alley, I feel like. If he misses tonight, I'm going to be really unhappy. So, predecessor, I just had these out. This is an African crested porcupine quill. It is a part of my collection. It's big enough that I have to be very careful. But that's what that is. So that's the first thing that I thought I would show you guys. You're going to get everything tonight. Also, just so you know, it is huge. And they get bigger than that. These are medium sized to small. The larges get even bigger. I think they can get to about a foot. Next up, we have the prettiest things in my collection, quite possibly, if they were alive, the most deadly things in my collection. These are the shells of a snail from Australia, Asia area. That is a cone shell. These are textile cone shells. And I have at least 4 of them. Each one is slightly different. They are very, very pretty. The camera is not doing these guys justice. These guys, if you were to get stung by one of these, they are very beautiful. I did. If you were to get stung by one of these guys, you would have maybe 15 minutes to a half hour to get assistance. If you didn't, that would be a big mistake, because you would not be around much longer to, yeah, you wouldn't be around. We'll save those for later. So if you read the Bible and you know your Christmas stuff, you know that when Jesus was born, that the 3 wise men brought gold. They also bought frankincense and myrrh. Well, that little thing right there, you can't really see it. Yeah. But that is myrrh. I don't know if it's raining yet. It might be. So that's a piece of myrrh. Myrrh, if I remember right, is a resin off of a plant. And then this is frankincense. And frankincense is, if you've seen amber, it sort of reminds me of amber. That is frankincense. Very cool. Now, these items are small. It is small. They're not very big pieces. These are not very big, but I thought I would show you them anyway. So these are, like I said, they're on the small side, but these are the tusk off of a wild boar. And let me tell you that these guys are very, very mean. They can disembowel a dog, possibly a human. They can be sharp. Those are not so sharp. Where is Josh? He's going to do one of those things where he's going to pop in at the very end. These are, I don't work with him, but I talked to a guy who, no, he isn't. I buy from a guy who lives in Florida. Shout out to Florida. And I buy a lot of fossils from him. Whoops. I have a box sitting in my chair, so I'm balanced on the back, and I'm just a little bit. These are, I believe, fish fossils. These are teeth. I don't know if you can see that. They're black. The reason that they're black is because of the minerals that are in the water. And this guy just gives you whatever is, happens to be in the creek. And so you get a bunch of really crazy stuff. And so I have several of them. Now, I don't know, these might be fish. There's a possibility they could also be alligator, but I don't believe so. But they could be. I can't believe it does. Okay, don't get grossed out. Please don't get grossed out. I promise I will wash my hands after the live. So that is exactly what it looks like. I kid you not. What do you think that is? If you saw that laying in your yard, you'd probably yell at your dog or the neighbor's dog. It is fossilized poop. I don't know. It's a coprolite. I don't know what animal it's from. But anyway. Now, this next thing, if I can get it open. I know you know what this is. This is a shed off of a garter snake. It is totally 100% complete. It has the tail. It has the eye caps. Found it in my backyard. Very, very cool. We're going to very carefully put that back in. And the snake, by the way, is an eastern garter snake. Okay, cool. I will check it out in a bit. You have to be really, really careful with snake skins, by the way. So this is a moon snail. And I'm going to show you how I know it's a moon snail and not some other snail. I can't sit like that. Do you see that hole right here? This goes all the way from the front or the back all the way through. These guys, Fortnite God, are more than just snails. These guys are carnivores and they eat other mollusks. So like clams and oysters and stuff like that. So that's one species that I have. I actually have at least 2 different species of them. Now these are not, these are not real. These are replicas. I can't stress that enough. But this is a tiger canine. So the teeth that hang down, that's what that is. This is the part that is in the gums. And that is what would do the killing. Yes, and these are Bengal tigers. Yes, but only, see where my fingers are? That's where the actual, no. Only a part of this is showing. So, like that would be showing. The rest of it is down in the jaw. So that's what that is. This is a replica T-Rex claw. I believe it's the toe. So a toe claw. But that's what that is. So those people that like T-Rexes, that is what that is. And guys, I don't know. I have bred, or not bred, but I have kept tarantulas. Quite a few of them. Gotta be very careful. I'm going to mess with the camera here for just to mess with the... Sorry, guys. Okay, can you see that, sort of? That little speck in my hand is Alpha Aphonopelma chalclades. That is a molt off of a baby that I had. That is a tarantula from North America. They are very tiny when they're born. Very, very cute too, if I can use that term for a tarantula. These you just have to you really have to have these trees growing in your yard, probably, or maybe around you to recognize them. Some of you may have never even seen this tree. So this is the seed pod. Darn it. This is the seed pod or seed ball off of a sycamore tree. Not sycamore, sorry. Sweet gum tree. And they're a little bit spiky. And it has sort of a, I don't know, it has sort of a medicinal smell. I believe in recycling and reusing. So a lot of my specimens are kept in either pill bottles or they're kept in peanut butter jars. And I'm trying to be very careful as I get stuff out. This is another sling. By the way, a sling is what we call baby spiders. Oh, darn it. Can you see them? Carol, if you're there, let me know. I can't tell if you're there or not. Okay, so it is right by my finger. No, it's not alive. This is just the skin. This one is Acanthoscaria broccaluster. I'm horrible with scientific names. Okay, so the spider skin is right above my finger. Yeah, you'll just have to. I will bring it if I think about them. I can bring some of them to church on Sunday. These are not all that cool. But if you know what they are, they're sort of cool. So this is a piece of a crinoid stem. Crinoids are a relative to the starfish. They have a stalk that looks sort of like that. This is actually one of the stalks. There would be a piece that comes down and attaches to the rocks below it. And then way up at top, sitting on the top, would be the arms. And those arms are what gather the food for the animal. Then those, by the way, are a pretty common fossil. This is probably a turtle fossil. It's definitely bone anyway. I'm not going to be able to get you in close enough to really be able to show you. Maybe if I scoot it back more. Then again, maybe not. Okay. There you go. It could be a piece of big bone or turtle. I'm not exactly sure which. Now this, I know that this is a scorpion, but I don't know the species. Sorry about that, but I don't. This guy would be poisonous. As you can tell, it has tiny pinchers. So the old saying about them being poisonous is definitely true. So I also have stingray barbs in my collection. This is a fossilized stingray barb. Some of these actually have the channel that the venom would flow through. Some of them don't. I also have a few shark's teeth. This one is broken, but this is what would be in the jaw, this funny looking thing, and then this is the actual tooth, but it is broken. And then these are vertebrae off the back of an animal. Again, all of the fossils, all of the dark fossils come from Florida. So if they're black, they come from Florida. Yes, you would be correct, Carol. So this is something pretty cool. I know it's just an egg, but it's not just an egg. Not if it's in my collection. This is a replica condor egg. Very, very, when I was a kid, there were maybe 20 to 30 of these guys left in the wild. California condor, by the way. If you're young, there was a chemical that was being used in the United States called DDT, and it got into the food chain, and the mother bird would sit on the egg and crush the eggs. Very, very, very bad. I'm not going to take this out, so hopefully it shows up. This little thing is the vertebrae off of a fish, could be a shark. So that's possibly the vertebrae of either a fish or well, I know sharks are fish, but it's either the vertebrae of a shark or some other type of fish. These are more fragments. I apologize now. I don't know what they're from. Sharks are not mammals. Sharks are fish. I don't know what this is. This could be reptile in nature, but it is a piece of bone. Or it could be There's some like a glyphodont type thing, which is like a giant armadillo. This, I'm assuming, is turtle. And the only reason I'm going to say turtle is because it is flat on the underside, which from what I've seen is typical of turtles. This one is the same thing. Flat on the inside, rough on the outside. But again, I have not been able to confirm. Now this one is smooth, but it also is pitted. So, and I know they're from Florida, but that is all I can tell you. Josh, I don't know where he's at. Maybe he had to work. Maybe he forgot. This is a fossilized clam. Sorry. Yeah, I know. That's a fossilized clam. It's hard to tell, but it goes, that's the tip of it, and it comes up and around. If you were to see it in person, you would understand and be able to see it. But right there is part of the shell, and it comes down, and that's the tip. Now, this is just an imprint fossil. But it has the fossil right there on either side of my thumbs or my fingers. You can actually see it better there. So that's the fossil. Now, those two items were collected down south in my home state. Nothing in that. That's crazy. There are people who would say that this is the coolest thing in my collection. Now, this is a tooth. Hi, Dinozilla Rex. It might. No. I hate when I'm looking for something and I can't find it. Oh, it's right here. Okay. So you'll notice on this guy that the front canines are sort of curved and round. Actually, mammal. Ice Age mammal. This is the tooth of a Similodon, not the tiger. This is the tooth to an Asian saber-toothed cat. These things are very, very fragile. Awesome. Ooh, that's sticky. That's weird. Very, very fragile teeth. They had to be very careful not to strike bone when they bit in, but that's what that is. Despite what they showed you in Jurassic Park, velociraptors were not very big. This is the killer claw off of a velociraptor. So that's what, this is a replica. It's not the real thing. That's what it looks like. Yes, it is. Remember? Yeah, I can. I just have to find it. So that is the T-Rex claw. And that is the claw of the velociraptor. Very tiny. This would be sort of on the back of the animal. If I just took something out, I probably stuck it back in. I did. So you saw, yes, very big, very, very big difference. So you saw the tiger. So these are the canines off of a lion. Now, I don't know the sex of the lion. I don't know the age of the lion. These are replicas, not the real thing. And that much of it would be showing. And you would see it like that. These are not sharp, by the way. I mean, there's a little bit of a sharp. I don't know Dinosaur Rex. I have no idea. That is above and beyond my knowledge. This, a little bit different. I always get yelled at every time I do this one because I always forget gloves, and I forgot it again tonight. Someday I'm going to not be here, and you'll know why. So this is a chunk of fluorite. Fluorite is potentially toxic, and it comes in a lot of different colors. They come in a bunch of different colors. This one happens to be a little bit green, and as you can tell, also a little bit of purple. There you go, Carol. There's your purple for the evening. Well, let's hope not, because I've held that more times than I can count. This is a tooth. I know it doesn't look like much. This is a deer molar, possibly whitetail, maybe not. And again, this came from Florida, and it is fossilized. These are just rocks. I don't think there's anything really special about them, so that is a really, really, that is something I can't answer, Dinosaur Rex. Although I can say that in 2028, if things go okay, we may have woolly mammoths. So that is something maybe to look forward to. This is a sea urchin spine, and you'll notice it is not sharp. Well, what's really funny about that, the company that is making them is from Texas. So figure that one out. This is the spine off of a pencil urchin. Pencil urchins burrow into rock, and they use these things to secure themselves in their little burrows. Yes, that is my understanding. And my understanding is they want to do another animal. There's another animal that they want to do, and right now I can't think of what that animal is. And maybe the dodo. This is a big chunk of dinosaur bone. Again, I don't know the specimen that it came from. This is one of my favorite pieces. This is an abalone shell. Very shiny on the inside. Not so much on the outside. Yes. Well, once it was cleaned up, because the animal would actually sit inside of here. Oh, the dinosaur bone? I don't know. This is a favorite food for sea otters, by the way. And this has been cleaned up. There would be all types of growth on the shell. This is something you don't see all of the time. And you probably have never seen one this up close. This is a replica of a sperm whale tooth. Again, only about that much is showing through. These guys are going to be down deep hunting squid. So there is that. That we're not gonna look at that because we've already talked about it. So these are yeah, I haven't heard that, Dinosaur Rex, but anything's possible. So this is a spine from a stingray. Normally, yes, absolutely, Carol. These guys have barbs on them that are designed to go in, but are not designed to come out. So if you were to get lashed by a stingray, this is going into you. Sometimes these guys break off in you. You know, if I was not a animal person, I probably would say Godzilla. But being an animal person, I definitely side with Kong. So this is another cone shell. These guys are the largest and heaviest. This is a leopard cone shell, And they get their name because of the spots. And yes, they are poisonous. I don't know, or venomous. I don't know to what extent, but they are poisonous. So this is sort of cool. This is an orthoceras. And this is a squid, sort of like a an ammonite. Let's see if I can find my ammonite. Which right now is not looking too great. Now, ammonites are different from what I just showed you, because ammonites are round. Ow, ow, ow. Yes, so ammonites are round. You can see there. And the orthoceras is spear-shaped and straight. And you're looking at a side view. This is a, you know what? I gotta take this off. Oh. This is a replica Spinosaurus tooth. I will show you another fossil that I have that's real, that's going to make this really stand out for you. Assuming it's in here. It may not be in there. But that is a replica Spinosaurus tooth. If you've seen the Jurassic Park movies, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you didn't, you probably should watch it. This is another, this is a Spinosaurus tooth. They are mostly an aquatic dinosaur. Was looking to see if I had him out where I could show you. But I don't. And I'm not seeing him. So we'll have to see him later. That's just a piece of bone. I would have to get back to you on that because I don't know. It's a good question, but I would have to look it up. My problem right now is I have stuff that we've already looked at. These I bought. These are trilobites. Trilobites are an ancient invertebrate. that lived on the ocean floor. And I think it's one and the same. These came from out of country. They're basically sea cockroaches, meaning that they literally were everywhere. The only thing I have that is related to the woolly mammoth is my woolly mammoth. Is this. That's my woolly mammoth right there. This is another fossil that I don't have identified yet. They do. Before I get into some of this other stuff, this is a dinosaur egg, replica, of course. They're very much like a reptile egg, of course. So very good sized. Compare that to the other egg. So I showed you at the beginning of the live No. I showed you at the beginning of the live the African porcupine quills, if you remember those. That is a North American porcupine quill. Very much smaller. These go in you. They're designed to not come out. They actually have little tiny microscopic barbs that point backwards. And the top part of that is the pointy end. That's what goes into you. Let me, for size purposes, I don't want to lose that because sometimes I'm over here in my bare feet and I don't want to get poked. I'm going to take one of these out so I don't have to worry about getting stabbed. As you can tell, coming into my room in the dark of the night could be a big mistake. Well, it's a possibility. So that is the African crested porcupine, and that's the North American porcupine. Very, very different sizes. It varies. Woo! Sorry. I dropped that quill. And I didn't see where it landed. I can't answer that. I told Carol, I think I told her the live, Josh, you missed some really cool things, but no, the live is not over. I have a lot. You've missed a lot. However, the live's not over yet. I showed you guys the first. I know my peeps, my nature peeps. So this is my second piece. Hello, Josh. This is a fossil. It's what we call a trace fossil, by the way. This is another coprolite. Another piece of fossilized poop. I don't know what it's from. But I always feel dirty after I pick it up. Josh. So, oh no, guys, who? Oh, Carol, it flagged your message. I don't know why. This is a piece of what I believe is mammal bone. This came from Florida as well. Your dung message. So yeah, that's a piece of mammal bone from Florida. This is a fake piece of this is a megalodon tooth. What makes no sense? This is a megalodon tooth. It's a fake one. I wish it were real. Yeah, I know. I would have thought the other one would have, but it didn't. This is red coral. And I know I have it. Please, if you're out and about. Yeah, it's a replica. Don't buy coral. Don't buy red coral. It's pretty, and I know it's pretty, but don't buy it. This is an Asian hornet. You may know it better as a murder hornet. Not full size, not as big as what it could be, but that's what that is. Fun fact, I like to go fossil hunting. Big surprise there. I showed you the trilobites that I bought. I was walking with my nephew down a dry riverbed. Or, not riverbed, but a stream bed. A creek. And I saw that. Now, on the underside, or on the top side, there's nothing there. Utterly nothing. So why I stopped to turn it over I don't know. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, you can. You can see it. There is the imprint of a trilobite that was sitting in the bottom of the creek bed. Oh no. Sorry, guys. That is my foot having a spasm. For some unknown reason. This is a fossilized, it's either a fossilized horse tooth or a bovine premolar. And it dates back to about between 10,000 to 200 million years ago. It's not in the best of shape. Josh, I wish this were real because I think it's pretty darn amazing. That is a iguanodon spike. I do too. And I actually have something better that hopefully I can find. This is an iguanodon spike. This would have been on the hand. If a predator were to come at them, they would take this and go bam and ram that into the animal that was going to eat them. Okay, so that is, I think, just about everything in the big box. It's replica, and I either got it from the Bone Room in California, or I got it from, what is the name of the other store? But yeah, it's a replica. Hi, Prince. Welcome to live. This is a live, guys. I'm telling you. If you miss any other live, this one is the coolest live. So in this bottle, and I'm not going to search through it to find them, but there are a bunch of different fossils. Some of them shark fossils, some of them not. But yeah. I have more. This is another piece of stingray barb that's fossilized. Lots and lots of those. Actually. This is a ray plate. So stingrays don't have they don't have teeth. They have plates that they use to crush their prey. And that is what that is. Okay. So this big box has got to go. Any questions up to this point? If anybody has any. Oh my gosh, that's heavy. I am not done. I have way more to show you. I had at one time the I'm trying to think of what they're called. As diet meat? I'm afraid I don't understand the question. So the original idea for this box was to display things in my collection that weren't exactly safe to have. The sky is yellow somehow. Could be smoke. There are fires going on. We have some fires up in Canada. And depending upon where you live. So this is a fossilized shark tooth. I don't know the species. But that is what is in here. These are a bunch of fossilized shark's teeth. And I imagine when they were alive, they could maybe do some damage to you. Right? This is... Yeah, they're cute. Unless they're not cute. This is a turtle epiplastron, so this is the underneath. This is from a slider or a cooter, which is a type of turtle, by the way. We're not being gross. So that's what that is. I don't have a date on it. I just don't. Yeah, Josh, you may want to watch, you may want to check and see if you have any warnings if it's green. And check and see if you have any tornado warnings going on. Green sky is not good. Like, seriously, not good. This is the mouth part to a fish that's been fossilized. Some of it, yes. Why? Some of it, yes. Some of it, no. This is, I'm not going to take it out because I would break it. And you guys can't see that. That is a, I don't know, but that's one of the signs that you might have one. A lot of it not gifted. Okay, bye, Dino. Guys, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Oh, really cool. You can. So that is a cicada killer wasp. Probably a male because typically they're way bigger. Oh. So that's what that is. Again, another message that is... That time it was Josh that got... Females are bigger. Some of it, yes, Prince. Some of it, yes. The cicada killer I actually found. This you really can't tell, but that is a black widow. This is not. This is lucite. It's a type of plastic. These are alligator teeth. The animal inside of the lucite is very much real. It's just not alive. So these are actual alligator teeth. They came from a place called the Bone Room. Oh, Prince. Okay. This is an alligator's teeth. I promise you, that's what it is. Be good. And then the robins are chirping goodnight. That is a baby shark's tooth. Right there. It is very, very tiny. And also very, very blurry. It is. But I think this one, is even smaller. So that is that. That is one box. This is another box. This is a Bengal tiger. That is the footprints. That is my hand. Massive. This is a cougar or mountain lion. You'll notice there are no claw marks because cats, at least these cats, can retract their claws. This is a lion. You can see again, there's no claw marks. That's the lion. That is a black bear. Yes, that's a black bear. You can see it has this big old, can't think of what it's called now. And then it has the toes and then the claw marks. Yeah, the pad. Thank you. This is the wolf. And you'll notice it on the pad. It has this weird shape on it. There are the claw marks, and the individual toes. So a little different than the bear. And then we have raccoons. You have your pad and your individual toes with little claw marks. So we'll put those back in, hopefully. That cost me a lot of money. Just saying. Now this is something unique. This is dinosaur skin. This was from an Edmontosaurus. And these guys come from Alberta, Canada. And this gives you an idea of what dinosaur skin may have looked like. This is cast from an impression found. Yeah. So, and this is a duck-billed dinosaur, by the way. It's an imprint. So this was formed from an imprint of what the skin looked like. So very cool. And like I said, we are not done yet. Like, this thing is empty. No, it's not. So remember the title of this video or this live is called Danger Box. This is called Bumblebee Jasper. Good night, Prince. This is a really rare stone. It is poisonous. There's actually arsenic in this stone. So, not something you want to mess with if you don't have to. I will definitely be washing my hands after this live. Just saying. Okay, Josh, pay close attention. Josh. I saw this for sale, and it was affordable, so I bought it. And I am being as careful as I can with it because I've already dropped it and broke it once. This is an actual Spinosaurus tooth. It is not a replica. It's pretty good sized. So that's an actual Spinosaurus tooth. And this is also a Spinosaurus tooth. Spinosaurus, by the way, is not from North America. They're actually from Africa. Some of them actually lived in what is now the Sahara Desert. Back when the Sahara Desert used to be green with water. We believe they were an aquatic to semi-aquatic dinosaur, feeding on fish. Now this you almost have to see in person. So this is the edge of a turtle. Like a red-eared slider. You'll notice, maybe, there are two imprints in this piece of shell. There's one here, and there's one right by my finger. These are made by alligator. So those are alligator prints made inside a slider's peripheral shell. Oh, why is it when you can't touch your eye that it itches the most? We are an hour and 22 minutes into this live. I'm not sure what that is, so I'm not going to... I want to say it's probably dinosaur bone again, but I don't know. So I'm not going to try to guess it. This is a tiny chunk of amber. So that's amber. You may remember that there was a female surfer in Hawaii who got attacked by a tiger shark a few years ago, and she lost her arm. Yes, that's exactly what it is. That is a tiger shark tooth. Not the biggest one, but that's what that is. And these are modern tiger shark teeth. Oops. This is a gemstone. That is black tourmaline. It's not gem quality, but I feel like if it were, wow, it'd be worth something. It is very pretty. This is another piece of amber. It's really, really hard to see. But can you see the black spots? Those black spots that you see are actually insects. They're called inclusions. So that's what that is. Are you guys tired? Because I've been going all day. As you know, I babysit before lives. So I've been up since 6. Okay, Josh. This is a fossilized cone shell. Again, from Florida. I have no idea what HB is. I'm assuming it's hurry back. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not skipping anything. I will not be taking this out. This is raw tiger's eye. I don't know how they were selling it at the place that I bought it, but they were. If you don't know, raw tiger's eye contains asbestos. Actually, so does the other, but you saw the yes I do, and it should be in this box. You saw the black tourmaline a little bit ago. This is quartz. And you can see the black in it. Right there, there's a big piece of it. Oh no! Are you back? I hope. This is black tourmaline. It is an inclusion inside of quartz. Okay, awesome. So that is black tourmaline inside of a quartz. Sometimes I get really, really, really lucky and I find pieces that are a little bit unique. This is unique. Doesn't look like much, looks just like a little tube of rock, right? This is a fulgurite. This is what happens when a lightning strike hits the ground. The sand crystals actually turn to glass. And it creates channels in the sand from when it struck. And so that's actually a piece of fulgurite. Also, when I bought it, they called it fossilized lightning. It is not fossilized lightning. Lightning cannot fossilize. Just saying. Oh, no. They were wrong. Stuff is falling all over the place. And yes, I'm crying about it. Because it's mine, and I can do that. Guys, this is the piece that I love the most because I think it's the prettiest. That is a garnet. It's sort of a cranberry, sort of a dark cranberry color. Live is not doing it any justice. Guys, I am sorry. Things are just falling all over the place. Now, this is an actual piece of tiger's eye. It is polished. There is no danger if you have a piece of polished tiger's eye. The banding that you see is the asbestos. And I'm going to be putting the... I haven't done it yet, but the asbestos or the thing will be getting put into, it is very smooth. Now this is a cleaned up and polished iron meteorite. So that's a meteorite. Later this summer, when we don't have... I don't know about that. This, I believe, if I remember right, this was a gift. Believe this is raw turquoise. The blue stuff being the turquoise. I doubt it. I don't think it's worth anything. So this is argonite. Very, very pretty crystal. These crystals contain lead. That was called argonite. I do too. It's a very, not quartz. It might have quartz in it. Now, this I got for $2. That is a real, tiny, tiny ruby. Real tiny, not worth anything. But it is one of my birthstones, and I love it. I got it for $2. Believe it or not, that little tiny thing was $2. Now these are cool. These I got from my nephew. That is an emerald. It's not worth anything, but very pretty nonetheless. It's one of 5 or 4. This is, I think it's either quartz or calcite, not sure 100%, but that's the point. This is a huge emerald. It's a raw emerald. Typically, yes. And it does, if you were to see it up close, there is some green in it. This, I think, is iron ore. I will. I just have to remember. Now, this is a rock, and I don't remember the name, but the red that you see in it is rubies. This is pyrite or fool's gold. That's the way that they grow sometimes in these little cubes. This is peacock ore. And it is an iron ore. This is another piece of a this is another piece of fool's gold. By the way, fool's gold can contain little bits and pieces of actual ore. This is either onyx or jet. This is orange calcite. This is bloodstone. Bloodstone is green. It usually will have a little bit of hematite in it. Hematite would be red in this case. This, I think, is dusky or smoky quartz. I don't believe so. Smoky quartz? No. Now, this is obsidian or Apache tier obsidian. I don't know why they call it Apache tier, but during the Trail of Tears, the squaws were crying. And no, bloodstone is green, but it does have a little bit of red to it. I believe this is another piece of calcite. Or not calcite, but fluorite, I believe. This is malachite. Lapis. Lapis has little bits and pieces of gold in it. So that's what that is. This is basalt. So anyway, the Great Spirit wanted to remind people about the Trail of Tears. And so he turned the squaw's tears into obsidian. And to this day, if you have a piece of Apache tear obsidian and you hold it up to the light, there is a gas bubble inside the obsidian, and that's supposed to be the tear. That's what they say anyway. This is not a turd. This is a tektite. Tektites are created when an asteroid hits the Earth and it sends up a plume of debris up into the atmosphere, and it comes back down and it gets heated up and then cooled as it descends. And so that is a tektite. This, Eric, is my amethyst. A big old chunk of amethyst. So that's my amethyst. And I actually think I have more. I'm not sure where it's at. I believe red jasper. I believe red jasper. Sorry for the noise. I am trying to find a piece that I know I have. Okay, I'm about to be really, really upset. Guys, why? When I know that I have something. I mean, I know that I have it. And then I can't find it. Really gets me mad. Because then it becomes, did somebody take it? Did I just misplace it? Which is usually the case, 9 times out of 10. Is I've either misplaced it or I've stuck it in a pocket. No, I won't. I will either find it so this is moonstone. Nothing really special about it. It is just what it is. I just hate when I misplace stuff. It drives me nuts. Because then it's like, well, what did I do with it? Anyway, guys, I do have, we're basically done, I think. But I do have one more thing I want to show you. Some of you probably have seen this. Yeah. I think I've shown you guys this before, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. Just because. That is an emu egg. It's been blown out, as you can see. Yes, ostrich eggs are bigger, though. This is a piece of coral. So is that. So I have 3 pieces of coral. So the thing that I'm missing is a rock that is actually fossilized bacteria. And it's called a stromatolite. Right now it's missing. It's probably in my other box, to be honest. Or in the light, I have it confused for something else. Which is also very possible. But evidently not. Okay, anyway, guys. Whoo! Carol. Thank you for suggesting this. Oh, wait. Guys, you will not believe what I just found. The stromatolite. So you see the banding here. Actually, I guess here and here. That it. No, if I found that, that would be a tightly guarded secret. Very tightly. So this is basically fossilized bacteria. Very, very cool. So we didn't have the numbers that I was hoping for, which is sort of odd for a Friday night, but Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Tomorrow, I am reading to you guys. So if you like, I don't want to call it scary stuff because it's not super scary. But if you like a little bit of ghost stories, if you like sci-fi fantasy stuff, check in tomorrow at 8:30 because I am reading to you guys. So a little bit of nighttime reading going on that I'm sharing with you. All of the pieces are original pieces written by me. I will send out reminders to those of you that want it. If I get the okay from Eric, maybe I can post them onto the community page. Eric, that's up to you. And I will look at them after live. For now, guys, I'm going to call live over unless you still want to stay on and chat. I'm fine with that. Just let me know what you want. Any questions on anything that you saw tonight? Because I am open to answer that as well. And I do have more pieces. There are more things that I have that you haven't seen, by the way, just saying. That was in no ways the end of what I could show you. It just happens to be the stuff that I think eventually I'll have all of that. Okay, predecessor. Will I see you tomorrow? Oh, by the way, before I forget, I am going live on Sundays at 6 o'clock and Thursdays at 7 o'clock on the other channel. I know. Okay, guys. I will talk to you later. Eric, I will take a look at those rocks, at the pictures, and I will get back to you. I don't know. Maybe I should do it a little bit earlier on Saturdays. I don't know. Yes, I will be going live on the 4th of July. Be kind. See you in the next one. Good night, everybody.